Hi there, everybody. Happy 4th of July. And if you're tuning in from somewhere else, welcome to joining us today at the Love Witch. I was going to say another episode of the Love Witch. And yes, we are here today live with you to connect with you, answer your questions about love in the afterlife, and to talk about the topic of discussion for today, which we always pull from our spiritual anatomy divination card decks. By the way, these are always available in the links below this video. And today's topic, we're going to be talking about neurological, which is a very interesting card and right on point with some things that are going on interpersonally with someone that I very much love and adore. So I will get into that in a moment. And first, I'd like to welcome you all. I am alone today. I'm navigating through this without Lonnie. Usually she's always here to help me, but I'm going to be taking over myself for the month of July. We are in a huge transition, getting ready to move across country. And so this week or this month, I'm not utilizing her assistance. I'm doing it on my own, and it might be a little bit spotty in terms of how often we go live, because we will be in the midst of a huge move, but I will keep you updated for sure. So thank you for joining us. Hi, Monkey Doll Queen. Thank you for joining us. Tracy, it's lovely to have you here. You know, I didn't know if I should go live today because with all the festivities of this weekend, with it being the 4th of July here, you would think that people would be out busy boating or doing their own stuff away at their cabins. That's what people do in Minnesota. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to go live anyways. And it's kind of like divine timing that I was called to stay put, not go boating, but to stay put and follow through with the show today. So I'm really, really happy that you're here to join me today. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate it. You're so sweet. And of course, for those of you that don't know, the Love Witch always wears the pink wig because this is how I can remind you to love yourself. This color pink is all about soulmate love. And where does that start? With self-love. When you're loving yourself, you literally have a beautiful pink aura and it attracts in your soulmate. And this is the actual color of soulmate love. So when you have spiritual vision and you're looking at people, you can literally see this. And that's why I wear it. So it's just a reminder for you all out there. This entire journey through life, no matter what you're going through, it really begins and ends with self-love. You cannot love another person unless you are also at the same time loving and honoring yourself and being able to put yourself as a priority in your life so that you are having your needs met, you're balanced, you're harmonious. You know, so often I think that gets lopsided when we give so much to others and we become depleted. So with the Love Witch, it's always a constant reminder to really tune in with yourself, recognize how much you're giving to others, how much you're allowing them to give back to you, how much you're actually taking in and receiving. That's a skill. And how much you're actually feeling in balance between go, go, go and the hustle, and also your downtime, whether that be meditation, walking in nature, napping, reading books, something to balance the high energy levels with the low energy levels. Because we always want to maintain harmony and balance. It does affect our body. It does affect all the relationships that we're involved with. So like I said, it always begins and ends with self-love. So today's card is the neurological system. And I'm going to go ahead and read that from the divination card deck, spiritual anatomy divination card deck, always available below the video. And of course, we do mail these around the country. So you just have to order yours. I just sent one up to Canada. So thank you, Jenna, for your order. And I hope you adore your cards. Okay, so today we have neurological, and let's see, because I'm alone, I'm going to have to monkey with this, and there we go. And the new glasses too, you guys. I loved my other ones better, but they broke. So I was on the hunt for some cute new readers. So I'm giving these a whirl for now. Okay. I don't know how Lonnie does this. She's like very like good at going back and forth when she's doing this alone, but I'm just still learning my way. Hi, Amber. Welcome. Okay. So the card is neurological. Okay. So the neurological card represents communication and your connection to others. When this card is selected, it often indicates that there is interference in this process. The nervous system is made up of electrical currents that send messages to your entire body and connects you to the outside world. This enables you to perceive nonverbal communication from others. If your nervous system is balanced, you will respond to situations with truth instead of fear. If you suffer from anxiety, you may need to meditate and do healing on your nervous system. Communication problems arise in relationships when the nervous system is out of balance. It is also possible that you are affected by the energy of others, and it is causing interference in your nervous system. Your body has many things to communicate in order to run smoothly, just as you do in regard to relationships. If you feel that you often react with fight or flight, then take time to heal, meditate, and quiet your mind. Peace will replace the responses to stress that have been affecting you. And then, of course, I always have some additional or alternative meanings. Misunderstandings in relationships are due to your current fight or flight response. Perhaps your perspective will change once you feel at peace. And I actually want to take a segue here to say that is so relevant because when you're in a heightened state of stress, anxiety, or overwhelm, and you're trying to make decisions, or you're actually just viewing things through the eyes of that energy, and when you take that time to get a peaceful, calm space, you can look at the same exact situation with new clarity. And that's how you find the best possible solutions. So it really does affect your perspective, your emotional reaction, and your response to it. This is a reminder to center yourself daily and to quiet your mind. There may be a situation in your life that you reacted to out of fear. Let go of your need to be afraid and know that you are safe. It is time for you to heal. Your nervous system is healthy and balanced as you increase your awareness of energy and the interconnection to all things and people. Trust the messages you receive when you are coming from a place of interconnection. Take a deep breath and take positive steps forward. I love this card, and I also love the way this miraculous universe works because I posted this card. Let's see, I think I posted that I was going to be doing this episode on Monday, and it's so highly relevant that this is the card that we're discussing today because this is actually the issue I wanted to talk to you about with a very, very dear close friend of mine. And she's having some issues with this system right now. So she actually is in the hospital, and her family and friends are very, very concerned with her. And I wanted to ask you all to send your love and support, to send your prayers, and to hold the highest amount of love for her, and to hold a vision of her being completely healed. And so if you would like to participate with that, I'm going to flash a picture up here so you can see what she looks like and you know who you'll be sending it to. I was just out to lunch with her just this week. So here she is right here. That's my friend, Jody. Her name is Jody Swenson, and she could really use some extra love and support. So I would like anybody who can receive healing on the neurological system, which includes the brain, the spinal column, and the way that you connect with others and send messages through communication. And any way that this is showing up in your life or where you may have been stuck in fight or flight, I'd like you to join me in like a short meditation where we will, I'm going to take this down. So one moment there. If I know how. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I can see the chat again. What I'm going to do is a nice meditation where you guys can gather all this energy, and I'd ask you to offer some to Jody for her healing and speedy recovery, and for her family and friends that are very concerned about her. And then also bring some of that back to you into your personal life and to anyone else that you'd like to send that prayer to. When we come together in prayer, it's so magnificent. It's so powerful because people from all over the world, now I'm going to get emotional, can actually get connected to the same high vibration of love. And it's very, very, very powerful. So you can use this for yourself. It's not selfish. Draw on that energy for yourself. Send it out to others that you love. And let's get started, okay? All righty. So let's just go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. Blow it out through pursed lips. Let's do one more. Nice deep breath in. And blow it out. All right. Now I'm just going to ask that you keep your eyes closed while I lead you through this process. And I will get my connection in the theta brainwave and kind of lead us through this process, okay? Okay. So we're going to connect with the energy of creator of all that is, of source energy, of God, the divine, everything in existence, the highest creation of all. And from this place, we are going to draw upon our highest wisdom, our highest perspective, and our highest healing. We're going to ask that any lower energies or vibrations of fear are released from us now. Any fearful projections that we have are released now. Any regret over the past, any fear about the future, any thoughts or beliefs around feelings of lack of time, lack of love, lack of health, any of those energies of lack, let's ask that that be released now. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath. And as you release that energy. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and raise up higher now. And as your vibration continually reaches higher and higher elevations, we're going to start to really feel the energy of peacefulness, harmony, light, power, and love. And as we're in this energy field, radiating and vibrating higher, we're going to connect to the collective energy of all that is. And with anyone else who's tuning in, past, present, or future, right now is the time that we all are coming together to connect. And let's go ahead and draw from that surplus of unconditional love and healing energy. And let's send that out to anybody who needs it, yourself included. And I'd like to ask you to offer some to my friend, my dear friend, Jody Swinson, and her family. And I'd like you to envision any of the people that you're sending this to, not sending it to them because they're vibrating low or in need or in crisis, because that will hold them to that energy. So let's release that vision and bring in already healed, that they're already healed. Everything is in divine order. Okay, and let's just really let that unconditional love come into you, change your perspective on your loved ones, and just connect to anybody you'd like to send that to right now. Okay, and so it is. Take a nice deep breath with me, and okay. Wonderful. Gosh, you guys, that was a really powerful healing. I don't know if you are aware of how precious you all are and how valuable your time is here on the earth and the impact that you have on every single person that you ever connect with. But it's true, and we are all in this together. So the more times that we can rely upon each other and connect and hold space for each other and see the highest version of one another, the more we can actually come into our highest alignment and our soul's divine purpose. And that's really what it's about. And I feel that that's what we're here to help each other remember and to establish. And it's a personal journey, but yet it's also a group journey because we're all here for the same reasons. It all looks different. We all have different paths, but we truly are all fulfilling our own unique calling for being here. And so it's always helpful to try to get the highest perspective on what that may be for somebody else in your life. We're, like I said, we're not all on the same path. We have different soul reasons for being here, different things we're teaching through our life and examples. And it's all truly for the highest good. If you could have spiritual vision like I do, and you could see into heaven and you could see into the spirit world, and you could see how everything's connected and continual and how it's deeply threaded into the choices that we make every day, it's actually quite beautiful. Even when things seem difficult, challenging, and filled with struggle, they are for the good. And we learn so much beauty and value out of the things we live through and set an example for others. It's just quite beautiful. So anyways, I just like to help you shift your perspective on, if you've had challenging relationships, challenging communication, maybe there's a lot of struggle or conflict going on in some of your relationships. It's so important to have that peace and clarity in the way that you speak. And the only way you can do that is when you feel balanced yourself. And that's why with the neurological card, we talk about getting out in nature or meditating, clearing up the blocks in your energy field, releasing the fear, releasing the fight or flight response, which if you are unaware of what that is, it's like when your emotional reactions just take over in your fight or flight, your chemicals in your body are misfiring, your brain is misfiring. It's really burning out your adrenals. It's making you react very hastily or out of fear. And people can actually get addicted to that energy because of the chemical release. And it can also be a habitual way of living because they haven't come down out of that state. They haven't found their balance yet. When you do find that balance, you'll make different choices and see things with much more clarity, peace, and wisdom. So in that, if you're a person that has suffered with that or dealt with that for a long time, just remember that everything is working together. Everything truly is in divine order. And even if we don't feel like it is, it really, really, really is. So let's pay attention to our communication. But before we can communicate well with others, let's communicate really well with ourselves and really be honest with ourselves about our life, our choices, and express that clearly to others when we speak. So often we filter that by what do they want to hear when I speak instead of what is my truth when I speak. And if you speak with your heart, you'll always be able to say the truth, even if it does hurt somebody, but that will be truthful, clear communication. And the card of the neurological system, it's all about that really amazing communication and relationships. So I think that that's really very interesting that that Jody's going through this right now, and that I had already selected the neurological card. So I wonder who up there knew that this may be a topic that needed to be discussed today. And I think it's just really interesting how things play out with synchronicities in the universe. So we always want to move our loved ones forward into their highest, best position by seeing them as already healed. That's kind of the takeaway, okay? So no matter what situation you're in or what situation your loved ones are in, instead of locking them into that position, whether it's sickness, poverty, struggle, crisis, addiction, whatever it is, jump ahead and see them as already healed, and hold that space for them, hold that vision of them. And it will really help propel them into that space if that's their free will choice. It will motivate them, it'll inspire them, it'll support them as they're making their choices. Okay, so thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Oh, and thank you for holding space for Jody. I really appreciate that, Tracy. Hi, Amber. Welcome. Okay. Yes, you guys. So I think, do you have any questions about the neurological card or communication, the spirit world, love in the afterlife? Put it right in the comments. I love to answer your questions. Like I said, I'm here alone today, so I don't know if I'll be as talented as at putting them up as Lonnie is, but I will do my best. So, okay, let's just take a little look here. Okay, and I'll just show this picture one more time if I can. Let's see. Okay, one more time to hold the vision that this beautiful lady right there is Jody. Let's all hold the vision, already healed, and just connect with her in that beautiful space. And by the way, we can all send extra angels too. And so while we're sending extra angels to Jody, you can also send them to your loved ones and call some in for yourself too. They definitely have to be asked. You know that by now. Angels cannot intervene because of our free will, but we can send them to other people and we can invite them into our life every single day. So let's just take a moment to do that. Let's call them in for ourselves for wherever we want that additional love and support and healing, wherever we want to be elevated, uplifted. Call them in for ourselves, and then let's just go ahead and do the same and send it out to others. And so anybody that's tapping into this episode, whether you're here with us live today or if this is later and you're listening on playback, time is irrelevant. So just know that anything that you hear at whatever time you hear it, that's when you're meant to hear it. And any healings that we do, they're not time sensitive, they're eternal. So anytime you listen to it, you will be able to tap into the energy that's already been created here, and you'll be able to receive and draw upon that energy for healing for yourself. Okay. All right. So does anybody have questions for me? Otherwise, I'll go ahead and pick a few love hearts and see what kind of messages we have. I'll give you guys a minute. Okay, so let's see. If you have them, throw them in the chat box. I love to answer questions. You know I do. Okay, let's see here. We have we're gonna have to get it. Whoops, I have a hole in my bag, and we're gonna have to get a bigger bag in one without a hole, which is funny. I actually have a lot of little baggies like this, but they're in storage. So we'll just continue using this one until I move. Okay, so the first one is open your heart. I love that. I feel that that's very relevant to what we're talking about today, even though the heart is not technically part of your neurological system, so much of your communication is. So everything that you perceive is going to be translated to the rest of your body. And so a lot of times when we are connecting with our heart and we're choosing to see things as more peaceful than they may appear, or more in alignment than they may look like, that can help us shift our perspective on it, bring more peace into our life, and free us from some of the entanglements of our past perceptions and some of the issues that make us feel stuck in our life. So I feel like open your heart is really important to any area of your life that you want to heal, not just your love life, but opening your heart can help you with your communication. It can help you with your physical healing. It can help you with, of course, your relationships, but your money, your job, your family, everything, because in the heart actually opens access for every part of your life and every part of your body. So like the Sufi people believe that when you heal the heart, everything else heals. And that's why when somebody's having extra struggle or sickness and need extra help or prayers, that like really opening your heart and sending that unconditional love to them can be extremely healing, because love has that energy and vibration to shift whatever is causing an ailment, whatever vibrations are in there causing the physical illness. It can elevate that so the body can heal and the spirit can feel refreshed and strong. So send unconditional love, and you can never run out as long as you're not giving of yourself too much. Let it come to you through God, source, okay, or the universe. Let it come down into you and then send it out. That way it's unlimited. You will not burn yourself out. It's unlimited. Also have your own boundaries on your time and space. Don't overgive. Just be in the flow of it and allow that energy to come out and go out in front of you and do what it needs to do for your loved ones. And then seeing them in their end result, which is already healed. Okay. All right. So let's see. What more do we have? Oh, Allison. Thank you so much, Allison. That's very sweet. She just says lots of love and hugs from Allison. We appreciate that, Allison. Thank you. Aw. And Tracy says, very powerful. Thank you, beautiful Diana. Thank you, beautiful creator. Yes. And thank you, beautiful Tracy. Yes. Thank you very much. Wonderful. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. This is interesting because how much more in alignment is this with the open your heart? I was already speaking of communicating, but I guess your heart has to be open first before you can speak your truth. So these are, boy, synchronistic, I guess, right? Speak your truth. Very important to speak your truth. Really, really, there's so many people that have manipulative ways of speaking that they're always shifting the way that they talk to reflect the way they think somebody wants to hear it. Don't talk with that in mind. Don't speak in order to get a desired result. It feels inauthentic. It will not make your body feel good. It will not feel good in your heart or soul. You're not showing up as your true highest self when you're using tactics to get what you want from others, right? So speaking your truth, you have to recognize that sometimes your truth is going to hurt people. And you have to be okay with that, because if it's your truth, it's your truth. You can't change that to make them feel better, or you're dishonoring yourself. So speak your truth, but first, open your heart. Get the highest clarity on it. Filter the entire situation in your life with love. Overflow it with love. And then you'll be able to speak your truth from the very highest perspective, not from your ego or from fear, but from your very, very highest perspective. I think it's very, very important to point out that these two do go together. And while it has nothing to do with neurological, it does. Okay, so I think this is so interesting. All right, one more. Okay, let's see what we have for you guys today. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. Be free. I love it. Now let's talk about freedom for a minute. So today is the 4th of July, so that's ideal. Okay. Be free. There's so many ways that we can enjoy freedom. We can be free with our thoughts. We can be free with our words. We can be free with our actions. We can free ourselves from limiting beliefs that have held us in place in life. We can free ourselves from the place we live. Like I'm in the process of putting this whole thing together to move across the country, and it feels very free. And it doesn't have to get, negative or bad or stagnant in order to burst out and want to be free. You can choose to be free and be in the flow at all times. And it does take a sense of adventure, maybe youthfulness, maybe a little bit of courage, but like nothing makes you feel more alive than when you're allowing yourself to be free. So think about any area of your life that you may have confined yourself in, and maybe even have a perspective that somebody else has confined you to, and allow yourself to think more freely in those situations. What kind of choices can you make to free yourself? And you can do it little by little, or you can just go kabam all at once and be free, right? But it is a state of mind. Freedom is always a state of mind. And we are co-creators, so we can create whatever it is in life that we want to create. So I would love to see what you guys are going to do for your own freedom, how you will express that in your life. Thank you, Allison. Happy 4th of July. Lots of love from the UK. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Allison. Yeah, tons of my friends are out boating today. In our local area, we normally have like lots of fireworks, like really, well, we are well known for the fireworks show in my town, but they're not doing it this year. So, there's just a lot of changes. Things are still sorting themselves out. So it's good to get out there and just make new plans, right? Don't rely on somebody else to make plans for you to be free or to have fun. Do something different. So in a way, I kind of like that they aren't doing fireworks, because it has created a different opening for people to fill it in with something else. And that's really the best way, I think, to create freedom, is when you decide to close down an event, perhaps a job, a relationship, or an action. It creates a vacuum. It creates a space that the universe ushers in the next best thing. Okay. And that's freedom, that we all have freedom to make those choices. And so I think making our fun plans, I think it's good not to rely upon someone else to always plan that. I think we should be free in our thinking and not go back to the same thing we've already done 500,000 times, but to like really embrace newness, new things, new activities, new people. I think that actually is the best way to describe freedom, is that you're not doing the same thing over and over, but you're allowing yourself to make new choices. So how about you guys? How do you feel about freedom, and where are you experiencing that in your life? If you're still with me, I'd love to see that in the chat room and see how you are feeling freedom with yourself in your life. Okay, let's see if we got any comments. All right. Okie dokie. All right, you guys. I'm not seeing anything here. Oh. Okay. Looks like my chat room is quiet. So I will just leave it there as a nice way to maybe end this episode. And I just want to tell you guys, freedom, there's so many ways to interpret freedom. We can experience freedom every minute. We don't have to wait till we change jobs. We don't have to wait till we retire. We don't have to wait until we become an adult, or, we tend to look for certain phases or ages in life that we think we will experience freedom. But the truth is, you have that choice every single morning. You could literally wake up and think about, what can I free myself of today? And maybe it's just going about your day eating entirely different food than than what you ate the day before. That's one way to experience freedom, but it will actually usher in all kinds of newness into the cells of your body and stimulate your brain into thinking like about all the new possibilities. So that's just a very simple way that you can free yourself and create an energy of freedom, even though everything else seems to be kind of the same with job and people in your life. Okay. Oh, here we go, Tracy. What does she say? Okay. Feeling freedom from releasing lots of limiting beliefs. Yes. Healing my brain, body, spirit, my state of being now. Great, Tracy. Much gratitude for your guidance, support, teachings, beautiful Diana. Feeling free for the first time in this lifetime. Woo! I'm so, so very happy for you, Tracy. Oh my gosh. Yes, 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 and more. Yes. I absolutely love that. So Tracy has taken classes with me and learned how to get in there and clear her own subconscious beliefs, her blocks, her limits, anywhere that she has received a perspective of limit. She's able now to go in there and clear it and have different insight and change her perspective. And I just love that so much, Tracy. It's so empowering, and it can really just shift everything in your life. And I've been using the work on myself ever since I learned it, and my life has dramatically shifted over and over and over. So it's such a beautiful tool to have. Of course, if anyone's interested in it, those are my theta healing classes, and you can check them out on my website at www.dianapalm.com. But it truly is about taking responsibility, and not in a way that's creating blame, but just saying, wow, this is what I was programmed to experience in my life. And it seemed entirely normal because everyone around me supported my programs because they're similarly programmed. Well, what happens if I go into my brain and pull out some limiting beliefs and replace them with unlimited beliefs? You would shift things. You would come up out of your position, and that could actually impact in a very positive way all the people that are surrounding you, because they would see a change and they would then have a choice out of free will to elevate with you. Or you would simply attract in new people that were vibrating and thinking more in alignment with you. So we're in charge of that. We can stay, we can stay put, or we can clear our blocks and beliefs like Tracy shared, and then move into more freedom, more space. And you know what? I have to say, when we're in that space of living with freedom, it's invigorating. There's like unlimited amounts of energy. There's inspiration. There's vitality. And so if you're not willing or ready to take big steps towards your freedom, anyone who's listening, just consider some small steps. Just consider waking up in the morning and deciding to get rid of one thought and think something new to create space of freedom. You can also just change up your schedule. But if you're willing to, and if you're ready and you're feeling more courageous, then I highly, highly invite you to free yourself from something. Free yourself from something that's already served you. Thank it for showing up for you. Thank it for the time that you spent with it. And then free yourself from it and do something new. So however that shows up for you guys. Okay. Well, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I think that we're just going to call it short today. We're going to cut it a little bit short. And I do hope that you all get out and do something absolutely amazing today, and fun and free. Think about some silly things you can do to free up your energy, right? Free up some time. You can free up some time to visit with new people. You can free up your schedule and go outside for a nature walk, go swimming, do something that makes you feel really vital and alive today. And if you're inside or if it's raining, let's see, you could free up your afternoon, right? Cancel some appointments maybe, or change your plans if you were obligated to go somewhere. Free yourself and decide that you can choose yourself, that you don't have to complete all your obligations. Sometimes we just obligate ourselves to things because of all the people that we don't want to let down. So if you're experiencing that today, you can take a step back and go, you know what? I decide to free myself from showing up out of obligation because I'd rather do this instead, right? That's a very powerful move, and not just for freedom, but for self-love. So take a look at that when it comes to obligations. Obligations can really sometimes drain our energy. So create some more freedom, create some more space, and allow that energy of the universe to flow. Keep your communications open. And yeah, I think you'll see a big, big difference in your energy and vitality. Okay, you guys. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Oh, you're so sweet. As always, absolutely amazing insight, guidance, and high vibes. We adore you, beautiful. Love, Diana. I love you too, Tracy. In fact, I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your time with me. Go do something really amazing for yourselves today, okay? Love you, and we'll see you next week on The Love Witch. Bye.